The issue is this. You have such smart, almost omnipresent trillions of sensors, such as the Internet of Things. And the question then is, would such technology play a positive role in liberating humanity and making it live better, longer, and more comfortable lives in a safer environment? Or would it enslave humanity and create the potential for Big Brother, either in the face of another member of our own race, like a dictator, or a machine potentially taking over that role?
So the answer is both. It has the potential to be both, and it is not going to be the same all over the planet. So it is likely concretely to be both, depending on where you are, especially within the next few years. Then going farther out in the future, I think that society will change so much. Already it is changing really, that what it means to be private, what it means to be public, what levels of transparency are accepted or required are going to shift radically. Once again, I am an optimist. So my answer is that the Internet of Things is going to free humanity. Actually, it is what is going to make us human again. Because when we are enslaved in processes, and whether these are mechanical processes or even something as natural as agriculture, we are less than fully human. We have to adapt, and we have to force ourselves to follow a discipline and to follow very harsh conditions that actually made for thousands of years the lives of humans worse than the lives, admittedly shorter but freer, of hunter-gatherers. Hunter-gatherers did not work a lot. They hunted or gathered, and then they did nothing. And yes, they were also free to die when they were 20 or 25 years old, which probably wasn't fun, but they didn't have an alternative then. And so after the switch to an agricultural society, it was actually quite worse. You had to work longer hours, and we are still in the same situation. We are not breaking our backs anymore. And you know, if we told our cousins from 50 or 100 years ago that by being at our computers and having fun, just learning things all day and producing information and culture and connecting through continents, that is our work, well, they would be delighted to have a work like that. So this is going to progress even further. A lot of types of works that today we do and we are even proud of are going to be automated. Blue-collar work has been automated, and now white-collar work is being automated as well. The next category of work that is going to be automated is creative work. And after automating blue-collar, white-collar, and creative work, it is going to be very, very hard for a lot of people to feel that they are worth something to humanity, that they have an impact, that they matter. And that is where I think it is so important that we concentrate and we enhance and we educate people to understand that human-to-human communication and the value of one human to another is going to be enhanced, and it is where they should invest their attention and their capabilities and their education, because everything else is going to be taken by the machines.
Very interesting. So, as a side note, by the way, I would like to recommend to our viewers today that your very interesting presentation at TEDx in Brussels, which covers a lot of that topic. But let me push you a little bit further on that point here, specifically about the role of humanity and humans in future society. The criticism that comes from people such as Ted Kaczynski, for example, is that technology is becoming more and more in charge. As you say, first it was blue-collar work, then white-collar work, then eventually creative work. Well, Ted Kaczynski says that eventually what happens is then the machines effectively are in charge of our human society, and are in fact therefore running it and setting its direction even, right, once the creativity is outsourced. And for him, therefore, that was the end of us as a rational, self-determining species. And that's the future that he supposedly fought with his bombs and stuff like that. But
sure,
looking at it from a philosophical point of view and sticking to his philosophical argument, what do you say to that kind of a reason or argument?
Okay, so you know, the answers that he gave and the conclusions that he arrived at are you know, demonstratedly self-defeating. He is today not contributing to the conversation anymore. I don't know whether he would have had new useful answers to give, but he decided to remove himself from even contemplating this possibility by his own actions. So that is a freedom, I hope, without the use of terrorism and without the use of arms and without killing anybody, but the freedom of not participating in the future is an important freedom to leave to everybody. It is going to be extremely important, and it will be a proud moment when we will be able to design a society that it is not going to force people to adopt certain technological tools if they don't want to. And the excess energy and the excess complexity that society will have to keep in order to respect those rights is going to be considerable. So if we achieve that, that is going to be a worthy goal to work towards. To say that any individual human today is completely free to determine his or her life is an illusion. We are already delegating and demanding so much to other structures and from other structures that support us, that it doesn't matter whether those structures are run by machines that are composed of humans or are run by machines and I define machines here in an abstract manner, processes that are composed by non-human elements. It makes no difference. I have no idea where the food that I eat every day is coming from. And if we were aiming to restore a society that we think is ideal, that would have this feature of us always being in total control of where our food or our shelter or our energy or everything else, transportation, is coming from, well, we are actually talking about hunter-gatherer society, and that's okay as long as we are ready to decide who are the 999,998 people to die because civilization cannot support 7 billion people, it can only support probably 15 or 20 million people on the planet in a hunter-gatherer society. Mm-hmm. So I am not ready to say who should die. Actually, I want many more people to live. And that is why I am ready to keep building this very complex structure where we are delegating a lot of things to others and we are demanding a lot of services to others. And if these others are machines that do a better job than my fellow humans, I will be more than happy to give that task to machines. You know, I would feel safer for my children to be driven to school on a robotic bus than I feel with a human driver.